big announcement, company information, internet noise. We're going to handle those three topics on this weekend's AITX video update. I'm Steve Reinharz, CEO. Good morning, everybody. I'm going to kick off with the fact that I finally was able to reveal that we are going to use Romeo, RAD-M, and RAD-G technology to bring to market a delivery robot. And more information on that, of course, is going to be get shared over the course of the year. I expect to have paying customers by the end of calendar year 2022. And it's going to be very interesting. You know, we're going up against companies like Neuro, NURO, a few other players that have funded a few different ways. Of course, we're funded through the OTC. It's going to be an interesting situation. Anyway, we'll see what partnerships we can create. We'll see if any of the multiple super large companies that asked us to create this come through with deals and partnerships and sales. And, you know, listen, as always, stay tuned. Those who have been following us for a long time have seen where we've come from when it comes to what we've done with security and how our product line has grown and how our customer base has grown and how we have that business moving in a really, really great direction right now. Obviously, 2022, we've got some big expectations for that side of the business. But, you know, the fact that we're, you know, without a VC group controlling us or board of directors controlling us allows us to take bold moves and leverage technology. And that's what we're going to do. And it was always part of the plan. And those renders of that cute delivery robot, you know, are over a year old. That just shows how long it's been since I've kind of been percolating this idea. So I'm really excited to bring AITX into an entirely new category, one that has some competitors, and we'll see how we fare. But I think we're going to have a really cool niche, and I think that it's a product line that can expand, and as always, we'll just see what happens and where it goes. So anyway, that's the new announcement. You're going to see us sharing more information publicly about that as we work to continue to increase the exposure of AITX to the market and the industries that we approach. So anyway, expect that. And thanks for everybody who gave feedback on the design. I'll share with you that that design was worked on extensively. And I kind of used where I instructed the industrial designer, who was not our tour, to use kind of a combination of like a 1930s delivery truck, American delivery truck, with kind of like a 1950s, 1960s hot rod image. Blend that with the classic London, England taxi cab, and let's kind of see what that looks like. I want the design to be friendly, cute, engaging, and put smiles on people's faces. Very different than the industrial design philosophy that we bring to RAD. This is a different product. This is going to be used by different people. It needs to communicate different things. So that's kind of my thought process there. I got some feedback from people saying, you know, hey, you should be futuristic looking like some of the other competitors in the space. And at this moment, I say no. I say we need to distinguish ourselves. I said that advanced technology doesn't always have to be super futuristic. I said, so anyway, we'll see where that goes, but it's been a fun debate, and thanks for the feedback. You know, I love the engagement. Okay, so on to company information. Now, in this segment, I'm really not going to share that much on the progress of RAD Inc. Instead, I encourage you to watch the town hall meeting that we held from Canada 2 days ago on Thursday. Packed with information. I know that the folks who follow us very carefully are really going to enjoy some of the comparisons that we did, how far we've got over the last 12 months. And I think people will think about the expectations that I've set for 2022 and some of the milestones that I briefly covered. So you can find that link here in the description. If you've got the 45 minutes, and if you're an avid follower of the company, you want to know what's going on, I encourage you to watch it and share feedback. So of course, check that out. Anyway, that's where you're going to get your information from RAD Inc. this week, and it's a big one. A lot of information there that you'll enjoy. Last thing I want to cover is the stock. I mean, nobody should think that I'm happy with where we're at, right? Volumes on OTC are down significantly in general. It's funny, I was asked a few days ago, I don't know, by somebody saying, hey, is the QB going to be better for us? And I wanted to temper expectations that it will or it won't, because we generally have a pretty good volume right now. Been fully SEC reporting since day one, so we're not an alt reporting company. But anyway, on the QB, so I started looking at the QB a little bit, and I think Thursday or Friday, one of those 2 days, the total trading volume on that particular board was $46 million. And earlier in the day, I had been telling that investor, listen, it might not do anything for us. It might clean a couple things up. I said a bigger milestone for us is to get to 10 cents when new brokerages or other brokerages will be able to trade us. I said that's more important in terms of elevating the liquidity of the company and giving the stock better chances to appreciate. Anyway, so I looked at it, and the trading volume on the OTCQB for that particular day was $46 million. And I was stunned. There's only 500 or 600 companies on the QB, but $46 million in trading volume in that day. And the reason I was stunned is that we traded 44 or 45 or $46 million in one day ourselves, AITX, back in February of 2021. So I kind of like the idea of going to the QB. I'm committed to it. As soon as the K is filed, we'll file the application to get to the QB immediately following that. But anyway, I'm not expecting a huge jump on liquidity or on volume going on the QB, but this is speculation. I don't know. I just don't want people to have an expectation of something that I don't necessarily believe running rampant, because that leads to disappointment. So, okay, anyway, that's a little bit on the QB. Earlier this week, I had another conversation that I want to share with you because I found it very interesting, and I think you will as well. The gentleman has served at the C level of NASDAQ and has been involved in pushing legislation as part of the Jobs Act and, that kind of level guy. As soon as I told him that I was an OTC CEO, he immediately responded, unprompted, and started talking about his efforts to reduce regulation and reporting requirements in order to help spur economic activity. And my response was, I would like to see it go the other way. I would like to see more regulation. I said to him that I compete against scam companies, fake companies, pump companies, companies with no revenues, no growth, no employees, no tech, no nothing. And I said that investors get caught in those companies. And, they move from pump to pump. And legitimate companies like us, who are present and communicative and growing and building and real, we suffer. And I can tell you right now that our stock suffers from that, suffers from investor dollars leaving AITX and going to scam companies and scam crypto for that matter too. Anyway, it was an interesting conversation. We certainly didn't end the conversation in any type of mutual agreement. He did not seem to hear my concerns, and I thought it was interesting that I was on the side of helping protect and defend shareholder disclosure rights and reporting requirements. Anyway, it was an interesting conversation, food for thought, so I'll throw that out there. And talking about internet and those types of things, a lot of noise. There's a lot of noise out there. I know that the RAD team members who watch the stock and who watch my Twitter and watch these videos, I think they could probably be a little bit more sensitive to it than I am. Of course, I've been in the game a little while and gotten pretty tough over the years with this. But, not only to our team members, but to the AITX investors as well, the question comes back, why? Why do people hate AITX? And I don't know, right? I don't have an answer. There's nothing on my desk that says people hate AITX. But there's a lot of factors at play when you're in the public. You see it with any public figure. You see it with sports figures, politicians, actors, actresses. When you're under the microscope, there's a degree of criticism that comes at you from unknown, anonymous areas for unknown and generally negative reasons, but whatever, right? In the OTC, we've got, competitors and would-be competitors that are jealous and angry. We've got partners that we've left that haven't been happy with us, whatever. There's market manipulators where I think a lot of this comes from as well. But here's the bottom line. Number one, they're never going to leave us. The more successful we get, the louder they will get. And it's really, water off a duck's back. I don't care. It's annoying for me because I think that it makes weak hands or paper hands fold, which is, hurts us all. But beyond that, it's just noise, it's just noise. So one of the key reasons why I invest time in sharing information on a regular basis and connecting with the investor community is to, combat the noise. So I'm not going anywhere. There's nothing anyone can say to make us change our path. I love our direction. I encourage you guys to do three things. One, turn off the noise. Number two, tune out the noise. And number three, combat the noise. We've got some great regular defenders of AITX who are regulars out there on all the boards, all the locations. I appreciate you guys very much. You're doing the whole community a service. And the more folks that can jump in and correct and shoot down the FUD, the better. So that's where we're at, guys. Check out the town hall meeting for a lot of great company information. If you've been with us for the year, if you've been with us since the debt renegotiation, you'll want to really enjoy everything that we've done over the past year. Thank you very much, everybody. Hope you have a great weekend, a great week. I've got a holiday message coming out sometime in the next few days or so. But thanks very much. Reach out, comment, subscribe, like. See ya.